Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everybody. We got a new expedition, expedition number 7, Leviathans. And this one is a doozy. This is a wild expedition because it is the first and only expedition so far to be in permadeath, not standard. So there are a lot of different rules, and I'm not going to go over all of them now. The main thing to be aware of is that when your character unalives, you're going to have to start from the beginning of the expedition without any progress. You will, however, keep the progress of your major milestones, so you can keep that in mind. So the first thing you're going to want to do is test just how fragile you are in this new expedition. Yep, that's one of the earliest milestones, and so I decided to just go ahead and find a nice cozy spot to wait out the firestorm. The only problem with this is when you stand still, you are actually unaffected by the elements. So I had sat here for a long time before I realized, oh, standing still kind of makes me invincible. So, yeah. Anyway, after I figured out how to test how fragile my character was in this system, it starts you over from the very beginning. So I highly recommend doing that as soon as possible so that you don't waste too much time or spend too much resources trying to get your ship up and running, because this is one of the big obstacles that keeps you from progressing in the game. You need the hermetic sill, and I'm not sure if you can get it other ways. Usually you have to go to a factory and get the blueprint. I'm not sure if you can do that in this run, but this is the way you're kind of intended to get it in this run, is you test just how fragile your character is, maybe jetpack really, really high up, and then stop jetpacking. That's a really quick way to do it. But then after you get back in, go ahead and run to your spaceship. You should get the milestone, you should get the hermetic seal, and then you'll be in much better shape to repair your spaceship and get off the planet. The next big obstacle you're going to run into is needing a hyperdrive. Now, you get a hyperdrive through bounds testing, and you complete bounds testing by talking to Polo in the space anomaly. And as you talk to him, he gives you 3 different missions. And I'm going to go over the Liquid Sun mission for you right now. To acquire Liquid Sun, you're going to need a solar ray. And to build a solar ray, you're going to need magnetized ferrite, which the best and easiest way to get it is by getting a mining frigate. Just land on it. It will generate up to 100 magnetized ferrite over time. So if you have, you will have a freighter. If you have a, I believe it's an industrial frigate, just call that in, land on it, and they should give it to you. If not, you can purchase an industrial frigate, and if not, I'll go into another way to get it if you don't have the means. Now, the other resource you're going to need is cobalt, and cobalt is typically found in caves. Now, there's a couple things. If you can find and mark a subterranean relic, that's an easy way to find a cave. You can also take those subterranean relics and sell them for a little bit of cash. But of course, the best method always for getting resources is by simply buying it. So here I get some cobalt from the store, and you can also see that I can purchase magnetized ferrite as well. So this is always the best way to come up with these smaller resources rather than trying to find them out in the universe, is by finding them in the galactic trade terminals. With the solar rail built, go ahead and find yourself a nice glob of resource and just mine it. It'll automatically convert whatever it is into liquid sun that you can then turn into Polo. Afterwards, you'll receive a pre-packaged hyperdrive unit, which you can just unpack and stick right on your spaceship. But remember, you can keep coming back to turn in more liquid sun or other resources to him, as there are some very important key components involved with that. The first one is you will get pre-packaged technology and memories, and basically getting new upgrades for your character. And these are generally pretty easy to get, and if you get taken out and have to restart, this is a good way to kind of catch back up by bringing Polo a lot of liquid sun and getting a lot of upgrades as quickly as possible for your character. But most importantly, as a community, every time we turn in resources to Polo, it's going to be leveling up this community research bar. And what this is doing is it's kind of showing us how much we've done. And as it levels up, we're going to get higher tiered upgrades from the memories that we get for turning in the resources to Polo, as well as any memories we get from completing milestones within the expedition. And as you see, these are completely optional, but it will make the runs significantly easier, especially for people doing it later on. It's kind of a very interesting way to kind of keep a reason for players to keep coming back, is eventually this is going to become a very, very lucrative way to acquire high level upgrades quickly. And speedrunning this particular expedition in maybe a week or two is going to be very different from trying to play through it now, where we're only getting C-class upgrades from the memories. And that's it for this video. I hope these tips and tricks helped you out. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll leave you with my first sighting of a Leviathan in the sky.